Welcome to Ohio Tabletop Gamers. Today, I will be giving my thoughts on the Human Defense Force Combat Bikers. And yes, I know that these are not bikers. I'm using cavalry because I believe they look really cool. So, without any further, let's go ahead and get into this and see what they are all about. So, out of the box, Combat Bikers. You get 5 in your unit for 95 points. They are Quality 5, Defense 5. They have Fast, Hold the Line, Impact 1. They come armed with 5 pistols with a range of 12 inches, 1 attack each, and 5 heavy lances, 1 attack each, AP 2. So this is pretty good out of the box. I really like the heavy lances. That AP2 is pretty good. And the Impact 1 is not bad either. So let's go ahead and see what they have in their upgrades. So with your upgrades, you can replace all heavy lances with a hunting lance. Gives you 1 attack, AP1 with thrust. Now thrust will give you a +1 to hit and a +1 on your AP when charging. For 5 points, this I believe is a must because you really don't want anybody attacking you when you're this unit. So give yourself a little bit more edge on your charge when you use this. You're going to be hitting on 4s and you're going to get an AP2. So this one's definitely worth it for 5 points. Now you can also replace 1 hunting lance with an energy sword. It gives you 2 attacks AP1 with rending for 5 points. Or you can give yourself an anti-tank lance, which gives you 1 attack AP1, deadly 3 with the thrust also. So it would give you basically an AP2 with a deadly 3 for 10 points, which is really good. But I believe this is more of a gimmick than anything else because I don't think that I would want to use this unit to go against anything that I need the deadly 3 for. This is, I think that if you could replace all of the lances with this, it would be really cool. But with just 1, I think it's just not enough, really, just 1 of them. Now, I run the energy sword because I just think it looks cool having a guy with a sword, with the cavalry unit. Kind of like a sergeant or leader, if you will. So that's the only reason why I run an energy sword. 5 points because it looks cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what other upgrades we have. Now you can also replace 1 pistol with a plasma rifle for 10 points, the laser rifle for 10 points, grenade launcher for 10 points, a drum rifle for 10 points, a fusion rifle for 15 points, and finally you can exchange it out for a flamer for 15 points. Now the reason why I went through these pretty quick is because no, you don't need to replace any of your pistols. It's just replacing 1, and these are not shooters. I know there might be some situations where, getting a shot off, and again, it's up to you. It really is up to you and your play style. But for me, having 1 replaced with 1 of these, I really don't want to shoot at anything with this. If I get another activation, I'm going to charge into something. But more than likely, with a unit like this, that won't hold up very well, once you get a charge in, they get charged or they get shot at, they're going down. So save yourself the points. You don't need to exchange out the pistols. But again, if you want to do it, that's totally fine. That's up to you. You play the way you want to play. I'm just suggesting that it's just a waste of points because charge. Get them. You don't need to be shooting. And even if there is one little opportunity to shoot, the pistols are fine. I don't think I would ever shoot at anything with this unit because if I have an activation where I can do whatever I want. I'm going to charge into somebody because that's where the power is with this unit. And being able to replace just one of these weapons isn't really worth the points, in my opinion. So I really like this unit. Not because it makes a huge difference on the battlefield. It doesn't. And it won't be a unit that wins you a game. I just like the cavalry look. That's why I picked them. If they didn't have these models with cavalry, I probably would never run this unit ever. I just think they look cool, and that's why I run them. The cool thing is with cavalry also, like this unit here, you could run 10 of these in the light gunship. I mean, you can run cavalry, or bikers, if you will, in a transport. So that's funny. That's kind of cool. There's a lot of different ways you can run these guys, but mostly it's just, to me, it was just I wanted to have a cavalry look in my list, because if you look at their stats, the on the charge with the thrust, the AP2, and hitting on 4s, it's okay, but these guys are, going to die really fast. They're not really a threat on the field per se. They are good at screening out stuff. They're good for an initial charge into some chaff to take them out, because you will be able to take chaff down. And it's not a terrible idea to go after T3s with these either, because the AP2s. So they do have uses, don't get me wrong. I love them, I run them, I like it. But they're not going to make or break a list because of their defense being so poor. A lot of people like to shoot at them because they think that they're tougher than what they are, I guess. Mainly, yeah, you're wanting to use this to go after chaff units, maybe some T3s, or to scoot up the board real quick along a flank, threaten an objective, or contest one. They do have a lot of uses, especially for screening and going after objectives quickly. But no, there's a lot of other units in there that are a bit beefier, that would probably make a little bit more sense than this unit. But as you can see, I do really like it. The looks, the rule of cool always wins with me, even in competitive. I mean, I'm not a super competitive player anyway. I mean, I do play competitive, but I like cool stuff on the field more than having whatever, is the best that you can take. If I was going to play competitive, I may run a unit of 5 of these, just if I had the points, the 95 extra points sitting around, and I wanted a unit to, scoot along a table edge or threaten an objective early, just to give my opponent something to think about, something to worry about. He may have to commit a unit to cover these guys. There are possibilities of using this in competitive play. But yeah, like I said, this is not going to make or break a list. You can do the same thing with other units that might be a little bit more beefier, more resilient, maybe even a little bit more deadly than these guys. But cavalry's great. Yeah, I mean, they have their uses. It's just, you've got to be careful with these guys because they are a one-shot deal. They're not much, better at saving themselves as the recruits are. I mean, more than likely, every single time you get shot at or hit with these guys, they're going to be saving on 6s. I mean, I know they're a defense 5, but, any AP, and they're pretty much cooked. So just be aware of that. They do have some uses, like I said, but, the game's for fun. Even in the competitive sense, it's still for fun. So if you got a unit like this, or models that you really think are cool, like what I did with the cavalry guys, yeah, run them. And you know what? I mean, sometimes it works. I mean, they can get up the field quick and get to an objective and tag it, especially if you're playing progressive. If you're doing progressive scoring, this unit is really good. They are really good at screening out certain areas of the board. I mean, you are sacrificing them, though. I mean, you got to be willing to let these guys go to use them properly. Because they aren't always needing to charge something. You might, if you're playing progressive scoring, it might just be get up the field and grab a certain objective, because you're faster. And especially with a unit of 5, you can hide a lot better, behind terrain and stuff. So it's not a bad decision to use these guys to tag those objectives. Maybe screen it out after you've tagged it to keep. They're going to have to kill you to get through to the objective type thing. So yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice these guys, unfortunately. But yeah, I really like the unit. I like using them. They're a lot of fun. If you've watched our battle reports where I use the Goblin Bikers, it's kind of fun. I mean, this same use as the Goblin Scout Bikes for the most part. But yeah, they do have uses. And in competitive sense, yeah, progressive scoring or with side missions, these guys can do that. These guys can do it. So if you have run the combat bikers and competitive or narrative, any at all, yeah, leave a comment down below. Like, how did you run them? What successes did you have with it? I'm sure anyone and everyone that's watching these videos that read the comments would really appreciate any advice. Like I said, you can buff this with officers too. I don't know if I would, just be given how fragile they are. But yeah, I mean, an officer in there can definitely give them some significant boosts with their auras. So yeah, I mean, definitely leave a comment if you run these guys. And let us know how you run them, so maybe we can all share in your knowledge on this. So that'd be great. So with that, I guess I will leave you. Yeah, it's a good unit. I like it. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm rambling right now. It's early in the morning. I hope you have many more happy games ahead of you. I wish the best for you and your family. Take care.